And welcome everybody to my channel once again. It is now around about 5:30 in the afternoon on a Friday, and I've just given her a good clean. We haven't had a decent long trip in a while, and but before I continue with my what I believe will become eventually a choice breakfast run, I just want to give you a quick follow-up and developments on what's taken place with this motorcycle. When first the transaction took place, when I exchanged my NC for this bike, a number of things had to be done to this bike for it to look and ride like it's riding at the moment. I just want to mention a couple of things that I've done to it since I bought it. It had 32,000 kilometers on the clock, and the one thing that I did notice was the sticker on this side was missing on the tank. And believe it or not, a small item like that can cost quite a bundle, especially if you have to import it from Japan, because the spare shops here, Honda, the dealers, didn't have it, and to have one manufactured to the same specs was literally impossible. But first, let me welcome the newcomers to this channel. This is a channel that revolves around anything exciting, from motorcycles to aircraft to cities, anything that is worthy of placing on YouTube. So welcome, and please like and subscribe my channel so I can continue bringing this kind of content to you. But let's continue with the CBF 600. This is actually a 2012 model. Initially I thought it was a 2013, but eventually I got to find out it was a 2012. Nonetheless, another thing that I had to do, or let's rather say that I haven't yet done, and that was change this little seal over there. I've left that. It hasn't bothered me at all. There's no issues. I'm just going to continue riding like that until it becomes a problem. I thought that would be something I'd do straight away. Not at all. The first thing that I actually did was the sticker over there, and then of course the chain had to be done. As much as the chain was in a good condition, it was very stretched, and as you'll see here, this is brand new and it's gold. I opted for a different color just to be different, because of the previous chain was just a normal color. So what do I want to say with this? Okay, so let's continue with what else, other modifications I've made and other things that I've had to do. I've had to put new rubber on. These 180s 55 17s were exactly the same tires that I had on before, Batlaxes. The compound is pretty hard. It's a medium. I think it's a medium compound. It's not soft, it's not hard, but I'd rather have that so it lasts longer. There are probably better tires out there, but you know, this day and age, price is always something one has to consider. The other thing that I did do eventually was disconnect and bypass the switcher for the stand, because this has got a switch down here which apparently was damaged during a fall that the motorcycle suffered prior to me owning it. And there aren't any evident there isn't any evident damage to the motorcycle, other than the fact that the sticker wasn't here. Otherwise, if there was a paint job done, it's been done pretty good. The other thing I did do was change the exhaust. If you go back into, or if you go look at all the normal CBFs, this is not the exhaust that the bike comes with. It's been decat, not something that you would do in Europe. I don't think this is even allowed overseas, and it does make quite a lot of noise. I think the more you rev it, the more silent it goes for some reason. It has a aperture with I don't know if you can see inside. I'm going to try and create some. There you go. Apparently those you can close and open to create a little bit more back pressure. I'm sure you can see that on the screen. There are four. It's like a star formation that you pull out to create a bit more back pressure, which is something that I certainly was looking for when I made the modification. The other thing that I did notice when I got the bike was that the discs, or the brake pads or shoes were pads rather, were still in good nick. In fact, they were new, and as a result, I had an idea, and I started applying too much pressure, not knowing that they were new, and causing the kind of damage that you see on the disc, which is not serious, but that was not on there initially. So let's just say the bike was serviced. I changed the oil, I changed the oil filter. This hooter is pretty pathetic, you can hardly hear it. The pads in the front were good, the discs are good, and I replaced a lamp on the right side, I think it is, which is the normal one. The bright still works, or vice versa, I can't remember, to be honest. Anyway, but this to say that we're ready. I've gave it a good clean again, and with 38,000 on the clock, I think 32. It's almost 6,000 kilometers in the few months that I've had it. I've ridden it long enough and far enough to be able to confidently say that this motorcycle is definitely underrated, just like the NC was. In fact, I think Hondas are underrated as a whole. It's particularly the new models, because they are not as racy as these older ones are, especially the parallel twins, the Africa twin. The Africa twin is 1100, so you got to, there's a little bit of power there, there's no doubt about it, but compared to what Honda used to make, they're nothing like they were. I mean, the 6-cylinder CBX that I saw recently, I'm going to try and put a photo of it here somewhere on the screen for you to see. That motorcycle was not just beautiful to look at, but it sounded fantastic, and that 6-cylinder was out of this world. But anyway, Honda continues to make good motorcycles. I will continue with my search for the VFR, because that is my ultimate motorcycle. I cannot wait till I own one of those again, and because it is a bigger motorcycle than this one. This is a mini sports tourer. Some of them come with the bags on the back. I personally prefer it like this. I think the handling of the 600 is pretty good compared to a liter bike. So in traffic, this is probably the better bike to have, no doubt about it. It's not heavy at all, although it does weigh some. I think it's 214 kilos. I'll jot down the correct weight of this motorcycle wet. The one thing I do not like very much is this front. I mean, it looks like a Hornet. Okay, we know this is a Hornet based motorcycle. From the chassis to the engine, the brakes, there's very, very little from the CBR other than the engine itself derated. But from the front doesn't look like anything, but from the side, all of a sudden it takes on a different look altogether, and it becomes a pretty motorcycle. Anyway, I'm going to cut it short here, and what we'll do is I will bring you the rest of the footage tomorrow, when my friend and I go and have a brekkie somewhere in South Africa, and hopefully we'll avoid all potholes. We've had terrible rains in the country, and as a result it's exacerbated the already problematic situation that we have. But yeah, looking forward to taking places, and I will bring you the rest of the information. Like I said, thank you for coming on board, and I hope you like this quick review as we move along to the next session. See you on the other side. Okay, so here we are at the Gaalen cheese factory. This is the entrance. Just arrived. I just want to get a couple of shots before we go in, and yeah, I'll bring you the rest of the footage in a moment. Okay, so we've parked our bikes, and I want to bring you footage of a fantastic tree. Let me give you an idea of the size of this trunk. This is probably one of the biggest trees I've seen in a while. I'm not sure what tree is this, my friend?
What do you call blue gum?
Blue gum. Look how far back I must go to take the picture. Yo. That's a big one. Yo. I'm going back and back. I'm almost 50 feet, more than 50 feet. I'm 50 meters away. the camera will do no justice to the size of this thing. But there it goes, it keeps on going. Blue gum. I mean, wow. What a tree. So this is the parking lot. Obviously a lot of people here already. They must be in hiding because by the restaurant they're not there. So just get you an idea. You could pause and go through this if you want to. But yeah, thank you, my friend. Okay, so there's some footage of there's a tree again. Little river, whatever you call this, a waterway of some sort flowing in that direction there. And this is where we're going to be going to eat. There's our bikes. And the rest I'll bring as we go along. I just want to take a shot of a tractor here. That's farm all. But anyway, take a look at these surroundings. This is quite a pretty. Very, very nice. So I'll take the tractor here. This is obviously not running, and it's probably older than my great-grandfather. So yeah, there you go. It's a little bit of what this place consists of. There's a little chest. Very nice. So I wish I had a history on this, but I'll try and get as much as I can. Proper cheese factory going on here. I mean, look at that. I'm sure this is of Dutch origin van Gaalen, but I'll find out and let you know. Wow. Very cool. Wish I could carry some of these in the bike. That wouldn't be possible, would it? Very nice. And of course the origins of cheese, they come from these. And the shop inside, of course, I'm sure there's Dutch written all over this. Here's one of the halls. Very nice. Certainly my first time here. Lots to be filmed around here. Oh, that's cute for the menus. Yep, some more Dutch paraphernalia. And there's a bit of a lake there. Stunning. Sure. South Africa certainly has some of them. You know what, Gauteng. If you hi, how are you? For my first time here, pretty excited.
Oh, what's up?
Beautiful surroundings you have here.
Thank you so much. Very good.
And the cheese, I'd love to try that out.
Yeah, it's all All the photos are from here.
Gouda, feta.
Yeah, well, the mozzarella and the other funny cheeses.
Those huge cheeses there, what are they?
Those are Gouda.
Gouda, okay, the original stuff.
Yes.
I'll have to come with a car for that. Thanks a lot. We can park anywhere, I suppose.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good, thank you.
Go on the trails then, yeah?
No, but too old for that. Enough excitement with this. When I come with a family, I'll do that.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. And of course for the children, plenty, ample space here for them to... Yeah, my grandchild would have loved this, but... Check chickens and course, I heard about this place. I didn't realize it was so cool. Just give me one more second, George. Just hold on. Look at this. My, oh my, oh my, oh my. Yeah, a radio controlled one. So I'm against the light here, but I'm sure you can see what's going on here. Livestock doing the rounds, and this must be the male. Hello, sir. How do you do? You're not a shy one, are you? Probably think I have something to give you. Here you go. Here you go. Hello. And the female escaped, probably for good reason. The male inside there. And blue cranes. Let's see if I can get this on camera. And some ducks here. Animal enclosure, staff only. Wow. There's the blue cranes over there. I don't know if you can see them. See if I can zoom. Stunning. Wow. And of course the lake. Paralleled beauty. To think that this is 50, 60 k's away from all the smog, all the factories, all the chaos, the informal settlements. Look at this little path here. Adeline here will have a time of her life. A funky chicken there, guinea fowl, and wow, unbelievable. This is stunning, absolutely. Forgive me for constantly saying something, but I can never cease to be amazed by our country and its surroundings. So I'm going to stop filming here and hopefully get some pictures to add to the video that I've made, which started yesterday with the review of my CBF 600. But look at this. And of course an intentional crocodile there, probably noticed. Yeah, I think this is just what I need after 2 weeks of intense visitations as a representative for an ophthalmic company. I've been pretty busy with a new area, and this is just what I need. So yeah, anyway, I'll end it here and bring you some photographs just to terminate the video. It's already going long. Thank you for coming on board, and we'll leave you at that. And I'll probably make a small comment before I close later on. So yeah, after having had a fantastic breakfast with some of the Gouda that they threw in onto the breakfast as a sample for us to be tempted to taste one of the best Goudas I've ever had. I thought I knew Gouda cheese until I had this Gouda. So needless to say, we had to buy some Gouda before we left home, or before we leave back home, which we're not going to be doing. We're actually going to be going to some caves close to a lion park. I'm not sure where it is, what the name is, but that's where we're going to be going. So the following footage will be of that. So here's my mate's bike and some of the bikes around at the moment. That's yours truly, some KTMs, well equipped for rallies. There's a huge adventure there. Of course, I took pictures of this one. Mercury, must be a V8 of some sort. Pretty neat, no rust. Paintwork is stunning. This is probably a 69, eh? If anybody knows what Mercury this is, kindly let me know. But yeah, this was a fantastic place. I certainly recommend Gaalen. Not sure how you say it, but here's a Yamaha air-cooled, huge cruiser. Look at that mudguard, and the latest Triumph rocket. This is probably a 2022. Wouldn't even want to know what the price of this motorcycle is. 2.5 liter Rocket 3 GT. Look at that, man. This is a bike like this. Dukes, there's a Duke, a 390, a Triumph Bonneville T100. I would assume it's an 800, that, not sure. And then the BMW, the little 300, which I think BMW's done a very good job at putting together with some good suspension. Adjustable, nogal. Look at that, single disc, but very well put together with a single double overhead cam 300. So yeah, I'll leave you with this image just before we go off. And I can't get over the tree that I filmed earlier on. It just goes up and up and up and up. This is probably 35 meters, 40 meters quite easily. There's no justice in the camera to show how high that is. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready, dress up and get on with it. I will eventually bring you footage whilst riding, which is something we prefer not to do because of circumstances. We sometimes have to make maneuvers that are not welcome on camera for a number of reasons. So yeah, I'll leave you with this last image and we're going to proceed now. And so it happens, we ended up at the Cradle of Mankind after a number of twisty roads. There's an interesting sign for you. There's obviously a lot going on here. Beware of snakes. I would make one or two jokes considering we're in South Africa, but you know what? The beauty of this country is absolutely out of this world. The little bit of footage I'm going to bring will exclude the sure, will exclude the caves, sure, but another opportunity for another breakfast run. It's a coffee shop here. Not sure what the menu is like, but that looks good enough for me. So I just want to see what kind of a view I can produce from here. But yeah, on a beautiful day, this is certainly worth coming here. The road up here has been full of twisties, which is a breath of fresh air for our local roads, which are usually just straight, especially the good ones. So the area is actually called Sterkfontein Caves. So, someone, you got breakfast here? So I can come with my friends with us to toot.
Yes, we do.
Let me see your menu quickly. You're on camera, ne? Sandwich, burger, wraps. Where's the breakfast? Only this. No eggs. Oh well. We'll make plan. Thank you, ne?
Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, I would assume the caves would be here. Cradle of mankind. A heritage site. It's going to bring you up to the entrance. I believe this would be the entrance. I'm not going to go and film and go inside. There's no time for that. This is what can be expected. So, yeah. Some scientific... Someone over. See up here. So where's the entrance?
200 meters away from here.
Oh. Okay.
These were single-cell organisms similar to the blue-green algae found in swimming fishes there. This algae, called cyanobacteria, made its own through photosynthesis, releasing oxygen into the atmosphere in the process.
I'll reserve any comments. I'll let the pictures do the talking, and at a more opportune time I will come round to see the rest. But yeah, there we go, some samples of again, I'll refrain from comments. But yeah, very interesting. Australopithecus africanus, 1924, found in 1924. Very interesting. We'll come round sometime. Not sure what that was. So yeah, certainly to open the appetite. But like I say, I'll bring the rest later on. Our beautiful land holds many a treasure which needs to be considered as a treasure and hopefully treated as such, unlike some of what's going on. Siyabonga ne?
Thank you, Baba.
Sure.
I'm sure.